Okay, so we are going to jump into a grid here in a second. We have a Thursday, February 29th, 2024. Grid by Esha Dada, and of course, edited by Will Shorts. And today we're having a fantastic Prosecco. Little else goes to symbolize what I consider la dolce vita, the sweet life, or as the French put it, le bon vivant, the good life, than a martini, a cappuccino, an espresso, or a glass of frizzante, cava, prosecco, brut, sect, whatever sparkling variety of white grape juice you could come up with is going to make me extremely happy.
What is that one?
This is the Vino.
Not one I got today.
Not the one you got today, no. This is our typical La Gioiosa, and I thought, why not? And I'm out of Campari. I need to get some Campari. So when we're...
I thought about that today.
Oh, it's okay, baby. Don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. So we're gonna get some Campari afterwards. Maybe get her something for her. She likes to sweeten hers with stuff. I like to bitter mine out. So she says tomato. I say Roger tomato. Then I'm not gonna say tomato because I'm not stupid. So yeah, none of that mess. Nobody got time for that mess. So let's see what we got on this grid here today. What are we doing on this Thursday? Is it going to be exciting? Is it going to be fun? Is it going to be thrilling? Is it going to be too much? Am I going to hide my head in shame and weep alone in the dark because I was unable to solve a Thursday? I have no idea. But for a change, it might be more interesting. Put it that way. It's been a lot of easy run lately. So let's see what we got. Let's hop into our grid. Okay, so we're going to start this whole thing off with a line just above total, maybe. Like maybe a tip or something. We've got 3 letters to work with. Where many bags of leaves can be found. So if that's a tip, and we can be a little extra cautious and see if there's an I here, and that looks like there's an I. So we got the I across my heart. So we can start off with I promise. But it could also be number-wise, I swear it. So we got to just see what we got there. But so far, I feel pretty confident that we have a tip up here. Energizing snack, probably a P, maybe power bar or something. I don't know. So let's get our tip in. And let's get down here and see if we can work this way around. So the T that I wanted that to be is because I was wanting this to be a tea shop. Still don't know if it is. This doesn't look too promising. Not with this PS down here, unless it's a Greek letter, psi. Blank said no, that is not. That is Prometer. That's the coating on our gray matter. So we don't have I promise. This maybe I swear it. Then, like I said earlier, we just don't know yet. But I feel much better about this per mater. That looks good to me. That in Spanish is eso. And response to a baby animal picture. Oh, and I think we got our power bar starting to form here. Yep, and there we have it too. It came right out there. So Pia Mater, and just for grins and giggles, what is this long one? I'll just we have a drawing here.
We have several drawings.
We sure do. But I'm gonna assume this is a trumpeter swan because it's a trumpet, and it looks like a swan. And I'm not talking about the swans that Truman Capote pissed off by sharing all their secrets. I'm talking about the kind of swan that's an actual swan. So let's go with trumpet. I don't know if I know how to spell trumpeter. I don't think I've ever spelled trumpeter.
I haven't either.
No. Well, if neither of us have done it, then it can't be. It's just, like a planet's path. Looks like it's going to be orbital. And let's try to get on a hurry going on. So I'm thinking this is a harp seal. What an interesting thing. I mean, even if it is easy, which is looking like it's going to be pretty easy today so far. At least this is interesting, right? And easy. Like many tournaments, of course, they're going to be seeded. Seeded. Overrun. Is this an I? Because if it's an I, I'm thinking it's infest. So we have an I there, then we go across. We say, a place for 3 men a verse. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. Sounds a little funny to me. There's some country song they used to play when I was in the Army. Nothing doing. Well, I think it's an N to start with. So, let's see. Beats me, no idea. And if this is a D, what the 1660s Pascaline machine named for Pascal could do, and that's add. Not quite as old as the abacus, but it's pretty cool. So I think this is going to be no deal. Nothing doing, no deal. Just to check that real quick. We have an ingredient in some batter. And so, no, I don't know. I think that's beer. So I don't think no deal is not it. But I'm pretty sure that's an adding machine. So we're going to go with beer for the ingredient in that. So this is going to be, instead, no dice. This is how we do this. This is how we do it. And I think we've got our F here for infest, overrun, and here we have a fiddler crab. What will they think of next? Okay. Well, I mean, this isn't like the kind of drawings you get on the Binet test, intelligence test, or the Mensa test that I had to take in high school. And I became a member, by the way, and we met like on Mondays at the Coors distribution plant, North Fort Worth, Texas. I was like 15. My mother would drop me off. I'd go and drink beer. We all sit around and just talk about crap we knew. I'm 15. What do I know? I didn't know anything. So I just drank beer. Tidal wave. But I have been a member of Mensa since 1987. I don't know. I guess I've never paid a due. So I have no idea if I'm still a member or not. What do we got here? It says UCLA, right? So school that once used a live bear as a mascot during football games. Now, I did not know that. I'm sorry. I had no idea. I wonder how many students were mauled to death because of this idea of using a live bear during football games. But, okay, go Bruins. Got it. Swiss River is the Ache. The Ache. We've driven over and around it on too numerous to count occasions. Absolutely love Switzerland. It's a beautiful place. Very hot down in the low parts during summer. If you're going to go visit Switzerland, just wait until it's cold. At least you won't be miserable. There's no air conditioning anywhere except the grocery stores and art museums.
July.
Don't go in July.
And I think that was unusual also. I don't know.
It was unusual, but we have broken the planet, so nothing's really unusual anymore, I don't think. Big name in trucks. Well, we've owned a couple of these GMCs. We also had an F-250 King Ranch edition. You talk about feeling like a Republican. That just you get in it and all of a sudden you're just like, it's all you start doing. So you just start whining about stuff and being mad at people. I had to get rid of it. Mideast site of conflict, Gaza. Of course. Make bubbly. I'm going to go with aerate, though I don't think I've ever seen aerate in a puzzle. Mideast spice blend. I know what this is. I cannot remember how to spell it. Let's see. Series, of course, is going to be a meal. So we got our 2 A's here. And at a discount. Where's my next drawing going to come up? Mideast spice. Is that Satar? I cannot remember how. Game island represented by hexagonal tiles. And that's Catan? Oh, God, what was it? Was it Risk? What was the name of that game? I don't even remember. I don't know. Pause to play. Okay, well, they're probably pretty clever there. It looks like it's recess, so you pause to play, right? And I can't remember if it's Catan. We're going to just start with that. Once again, yeah, okay. Once again is going to be a new. And is this going to be an R plays? Reason to take a back road? Maybe, yes, of course. If we want to catch all of the bucolic scenery, we can. And just to make sure this is still the capital of New York, yes, Herman Melville. Call me Ishmael. Oh, Moby Dick. What a great book. It's time for me to reread this sucker. Testify. Trees in the birch family. Oh, those are alders, right? Alders? I think they're alders. And so testify would be to depose. And my wife swears I should have gone to law school. She thinks we'd be billionaires right now. And maybe so. But she came pretty close to going to law school, too. More quickly, I have no idea what that is. Boldly stylish and slang. Well, boldly stylish and slang. I think this is fierce. I think. But foppish fits there. And I think you could probably say that about me. Foppish. Foppish. He's a foppish. Bit of an old mate. He's both the celebration and the bane of his social circles. Comics sound. Probably pow, bam, boom. Renounce. I just want to try to take a chance at just writing something in on one of these and seeing if it'll work on these longer ones. Renounce. I don't know. Let's see. Stuck the landing. You know what? I think I got nailed it. We were just talking about that over dinner. Sticking the landing. Comic sound. It's probably going to be a bam. Let's see if this is an M. Place for soap. Place for soap. Oh, now we're getting a little bit tricky down here. Renounce. Abrogate. Let's see what we got here. Certain racing wear would be a Speedo. Never had one of those. And this is is this a horn gull or something like that? Actress Anne of Wag the Dog. Oh my gosh, I love Anne Heche. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't love that woman? She's great. Safari Pest. Looks like this is the only thing I could think of is a tsetse fly. All right, so let's get some of these crosses and downs around these trouble spots over here. Popular songs probably going to be a hit. And then we got 62 across. We got Jumpa. Oh, I cannot remember how to spell her last name. And I know almost everything about her. She, I think she's got like a double MA, MFA from up in Boston or someplace like that. Maybe it was Syracuse. I don't know. She's got a PhD. Got like a Pulitzer Prize. Well, it says right there in the clue, but I'm just saying, I mean, you know, she's in my generation too. She's Generation X, and I think she was born in the late 60s. She's really incredible, and I can't remember how to spell her name for the life of me. Calls for deliveries, make a final, desperate attempt. Is that an O? O. Is this an O? Attire for a toddler. I'm going to go with a onesie on this one. And then I've got another O here. I guess I'm just going to try, because that horn, right, is bothering me here, right? This horn gull or whatever that name of that bird is. So calls for delivery. I'm saying, well, I got an or there, so I'm going to say orders. And then I'm getting kind of excited because I'm like, hey, you're getting to some, you got to make me think for a minute. Like a final desperate attempt, and this is what I was seeing materialize, and I'm liking that. Do or die, right? You know, it's kind of a do or die moment, but I don't have a clue. Renounce. Now the Mensa brain is working. This is abdication, or in its form, abdicate. And comic sound. I'm going to go with BAM, I guess. But what's this place for soap? Well, it would be in my mouth when I was a kid. Baseball stats, probably going to be an RBI, but let's see. Salt at times, yes, would be a de-icer. Okay. Well, I'm feeling better now. So this is a hornbill, and place for soap. Melrose. Okay, that's clever enough. Melrose. I mean, it's clever-ish. I guess. Was it Melrose Place? I've never seen an episode of it. Around that same time period, though, I was really enjoying Northern Exposure, and I loved Twin Peaks. Oh, man, did I ever love Twin Peaks. List on display at the airport. It's either going to be estimated times of arrival or departure, and I'm thinking it's going to be arrival since that DH there would be kind of weird. So let's see if this A here works. Yeah, I just cannot remember her freaking name. Lahir? Because I think this is gilt, right? You know, when it's coated with gold, it's gilted. And what do we got here? Unlucky accidents, probably going to be a mishap. And I've had quite a few of those, especially after a few of these. It's refreshing. Not like bacon is refreshing, because bacon is not refreshing. I had a friend sat next to me in German class my freshman year in college, and he says, "You're Jewish, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's too bad, man. You can't eat bacon, because bacon's refreshing." I'm like, "Why are you in college? You're clearly so smart that you don't need to even be here." So, yeah. Mistakes in baseball. Oh, what are those called? I actually know a lot about baseball, believe it or not. I don't even like whatever. Pastry is usually accompanied by chutney. And we used to have these all the time at that wonderful tandoori place in Arlington. What were they called? The name of the restaurant was called Tandoori, or Tandoor. It was right across from Arlington Camera on Ferndale Mill Boulevard. And those are samosas. I never liked sweets, but I liked those. My friend Venkat would usually pick up the check. Romantic infatuation. What is this here? Sightings of them can be reported on the Enigma app. Okay, so UFOs. But remember, I think they're trying to move us towards UAP usage. So I'm waiting to see that kind of creep into our crossword discourse, because unidentified aerial phenomena just sounds better. I mean, it does sound better. Let's see. Romantic infatuation. Well, she crushes on me every day, so I get it. You know, it's got something to do with that. You know.
Because you're sexy, baby.
I'm sexy. That's right, baby. I'm sexy. So store posting. Most common vowels, sounds in English. And I learned this when I was in postgraduate school studying linguistics, and these are schwas. Schwas. All these useless diplomas, they add up to something. Crossword mastery. Achieve widespread recognition, and I think this is going to be to arrive. Baby, our ship has come in. And cotton material, probably, because I'm thinking this is ours that are store postings. So this is probably muslin. And I don't know if I spelled it right. We're going to find out. Telegraph say. But you see how the constructor, if they would have wound up with a cross down here with an M, they could have easily done Muslim, right? So, got to be looking for them. And I'm thinking, these are going to be dad jokes. Okay, so then the wild pitches. And then we have a running shoe brand of Avia, because if it wasn't Avia, what was it going to be? It's going to be Nike. Okay, and now we've got Telegraph say, so send. Yep, that can be a dad joke. And how do we do, Bob? We missed something. Let's see if we can find it. Where do we miss? Tip in a tub Gaza, so no dice meal. Fiddler crab seated, recess at a... Harp seal, Catan, Anu, recess, aerate, Zatar, Albany, depose, orbital, Pia, trumpeter swan, alders, P, mishap, UFOs, samosas, we got schwas, arrive, muslin, guilt, ETAs, NH, hit, orders, on, 1Z. Oh, I knew what it was. And I even said, it's Lahir. That doesn't sound right, because Lahiri would have sounded much better. So now, how did we do Bob this time? It does you no good if you can't type right. I mean, it'll get you every time. Anyway, fun puzzle today. At least we had drawings to look at for change, which was really pretty cool. And it did get a little challenging. But the biggest challenge in the puzzle, honestly, was me fat fingering the keyboard. And these aren't even fat fingers. I mean, you can't get more piano player fingers than these right here. They're tiny. So I don't know. I just never learned how to type. And what would be really nice is if I had. And I grew up in a time when it was still very sexist going to school. Like only boys were supposed to be good at math and science, and girls were going to do home ec and learn how to type. It would have been nice if I had learned how to type. Because I sucked at math and science, so maybe I should have just been typing. I have no idea. But I got better at it when I got older. The math and science, the typing. Okay, but always remember, please, we don't ask anybody to like or subscribe, but you can if you want. It's up to you. We're just not going to ask. Congratulations. You solved a Thursday crossword at 1752. Not exactly something to be too terribly proud of, but if you're just starting out, that would be an awesome thing to shoot for. And remember, learn it in as many languages as possible. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, arrivederci, adios, aloha, ciao, shalom, masalamati, and annyeonghaseyo. See you next time. I can't believe it.